I mean, I just can't wait. Thank y'all for coming out to beat the piss out of him tomorrow. That's all I got to say.
Regis Prograis, a man of few words.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bo here, and I'm back. Truth and Fact Sports Talk in association with Three Kings Boxing. As a matter of fact, this interview is being brought to you by Three Kings Boxing. Shout out to our affiliate Pep Talk UK, Shaz, Frankie B, and Pasquale. I have with me on the line the owner and editor of Three Kings. You guys heard me talking to him earlier today. My man, 2K, Prodigy of Boxing. What's good, fam?
What's good, fam?
All right. And we have on the line undefeated WBC. Is it interim or silver?
Interim and diamond.
My bad. Interim and diamond champion.
Yeah.
Mr. Regis Prograis. What's going on, man?
What's down with it, dog? Everything good.
All right. Hey, I've been watching you, man. You've been doing your thing, man. Some people broke into your hotel room and took your stuff, man. But outside of that,
well, I don't know if y'all know, but that was a prank.
Yeah.
That was a little prank, So everything cool.
Right. All right, man. So as always, I'm gonna start off by asking. I'm just gonna ask one question this time. I'm gonna turn over to man 2K. One of the questions I want to ask is to Regis is you always get tagged. There seems to be this theme, man, where you always get tagged to being a particular type of fighter. One minute you're a brawler, you're not a boxer. 1 minute you can't go the distance. 1 minute you rely on power. Is there a point where it kind of frustrates you that, or are you at that point now where you don't even care about it? You just go out there and take care of business.
I'm always go out there and take care of business. So I don't really care what nobody says, to be honest. You know what I mean? I don't worry about that. The people always gonna say something. That's just part of life. That's part of boxing. People always gonna say something about what you can and can't do. To me, it never matters, because I know what I can do. I can show so many different aspects of my game. I can do whatever. I feel like I literally can do whatever. And people, and the bad part about it is people really haven't seen what I can really do yet. Like, the only people that know is, like, the people that's in the gym with me, my trainers and all that type of stuff. They're the only people that know what I can really, really do. But, the fans and stuff, as far as the people that only see me fight yet, I got 23 fights, and I guarantee you I didn't show, probably even 40% of, what I can do, what I can really do. Nobody hasn't seen me get into a wall yet. Nobody's seen it. Nobody's seen me, bite down. That's what I really want to show people when I have to bite down and make it a dog fight. That's when you going to really see, who Regis P is. You know what I mean? Regis Prograis is and stuff like that. But I ain't have to show that yet because I feel like I'm so physically gifted more than, most of the other fighters right now. So I don't need to, I don't need to show none of that stuff because, I'm better. Basically, I'm better than everybody else right now. I'm above the rest, above this, right now as far as in my competition right now, So, but eventually, I think people will give me the credit that I deserve. So, well, he can do it all. You're never gonna just get one thing out of me. I can do so many different things.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, Prodigy, I'm gonna turn it over to you, fam.
So the World Boxing Super Series, man, how did you feel, man, when you first got that call where they said, "Hey, man, we want Regis Prograis to be the #1 seed in the WBSS"? How did you feel about that, family?
I mean, I was just happy, like for me, the World Boxing Super Series is something that's excellent in boxing right now. It's a big thing. I just think, the best people fighting the best, and the really, I think that, of course it depends who enter into the tournament and stuff like that. But I feel like, of course, at 140 right now, the person that comes out is the legitimate best 140-pound fighter in the world. Right now, I am the best, basically. I'm ranked #1 everywhere you go. I'm ranked #1 at 140. But, after this tournament, it'll really be stamped, because they still got, Maurice Hooker he made a statement against Salcedo the other night. And, they still got Ramirez. They in the talks and stuff like that. But, in this tournament, after this tournament, whoever wins this tournament, is going to be the legitimate best in the world. So I'm just glad, I'm glad that I got that call. And, it was really after the Undango fight that they told me about it. But they, not after Donald, because I was supposed to fight Jose Ramirez after that. It was probably a little bit before I fought Juan Jose Velasco that they told me, this is what I'll be doing.
Right. I'm trying to remember. Go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. I remember the Jose Ramirez fight was on the docket. Y'all were negotiating that. You being the WBC silver champion at the time, I believe. And
I was the interim champion. He was the regular champion. I was the interim.
Sorry about that, interim. So that pretty much gives you the opportunity to say, hey, I have, a mandatory argument for that WBC champion. What was it, the WBSS invitation that kind of had you move to a different direction, or was it something else that didn't allow that fight to go on?
Well, first off, I didn't have the WBSS invitation at first. When I first wanted to fight them, they didn't have that. The tournament wasn't, they didn't have the tournament yet. So I would still want to fight Jose Ramirez. I still wanted the belt. And then after I think a couple of months or something like that, they told me about the WBSS. And then the thing about it, I still had a chance to fight Jose Ramirez, and he had a chance to fight too. He got a big offer. He got a multi-million-dollar offer to enter into the tournament, but he decided not to take it because, I'm not gonna say because, but his he would have had to fight me first. That was like a mandatory thing. He would have had to fight me. That would have been the first fight. His first fight in the tournament would have been against me because I was the interim champion. So interesting. And so on top of that, and I'm not gonna say, of course, I don't know if people ducking or what. I don't want to say that, but of course, it's different business moves. Boxing is all kinds of different business moves. But anyways, so they told me, because I was fighting the world. I think the World Boxing Super Series was gonna start in August or something like that.
Right.
It was supposed to start in August, and I fought in July. So I had a set date that I had to fight, and I had to get it. I had to get that fight before. I had to get that fight before a certain date, so I could enter into the World Boxing Super Series. And even then, we were still trying to fight Jose Ramirez, but they told me that they couldn't fight in July. And then he ended up about to fight. He was supposed. So the whole thing is crazy because he was supposed to. They told me, no, if we fight you, it's gonna be in August, right? They said, all right, if we will fight you. I guess they were saying we will fight you, but it's gonna be in August. Mm-hmm. I couldn't fight him because I was going to the World Boxing Super Series. So I said, no, if you're gonna fight us, I'll fight Jose Ramirez. Let's fight him in July. They said, no, it has to be August. So that was their date. It had to be an August date. But then after that, Jose Ramirez was about to fight Danny O'Connor. If you don't remember that, he would fight Danny O'Connor. So yeah, exactly. So, and I was fighting the week after that. So that if you put two and two together, how does that work out? Are you only gonna fight in August, but then you gonna fight Danny O'Connor in July? It don't make sense, So that's kind of what happened. And so then they, I fought on Top Rank. I fought on the Top Rank show, and Bob, but at the same time, Bob didn't want that fight for me. He didn't want that fight for Jose Ramirez, which is a smart thing. He just got his belt. Let him milk his belt for a little while, because I'm dangerous. I'm a dangerous fighter. I know I'm not a good business decision unless you're getting paid a lot of money. That's why, in the World Boxing Super Series, these dudes, everybody getting paid probably, 10 times better than they was getting paid outside the tournament. So of course, all the fighters, we, in boxing, we fight for two things, maybe three things. You fight for the glory, you fight for the belts, and you fight for the money. In this, you definitely got, maybe not the glory, right now, but you definitely, in this World Boxing Super Series, you got the belts and you got the money. So it's a no-brainer for the people that's entering into the tournament. They are going to enter in, they want to fight, and it don't matter who they fight, because at the end of the day, you're going to get paid. Everybody's getting paid nice in this World Boxing Super Series, So, so yeah, that's kind of, my little take on things.
Well, shit, I kind of disagree with you a little bit on that, how the World Boxing Super Series right now is not bringing the glory, because to be honest with you, dog, if you in the WBSS, everybody's going to pay you respect regardless, because they know there's some bad matchups in there. You know what I'm saying? So even if you enter and lose in the first round, you get some type of respect just for being in the WBSS. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Jose Ramirez be getting a lot of flack, fam. Like, they're like, yo, why didn't you get in there? You got Regis, you got Josh Taylor, you got Kiryl, Relikh. Why didn't you get in there? All the other motherfucking champions in there, but you and Maurice Hooker. You know what I'm saying? So they've been getting some
Exactly.
flack because they didn't get in there. So yeah, y'all getting y'all's respect. Believe that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So watching you fight, I watched the Terry Flanagan fight. I've watched all your fights pretty much, but the Terry Flanagan one was hilarious to me, man. And it's just because you beat the shit out of this dude. Like, I mean, it was so easy, right? It was.
Mm-hmm.
Julius Ndongo was probably the easiest major level fight for you, in my opinion. But this one was ridiculous because I was looking at your demeanor. When you knocked Terry Flanagan down, you kind of just went to the corner and was just like, see if this motherfucker get up or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you look, fam. And it's crazy because when you're in a tournament like this, you would think that, there's a lot of jitters, there's a lot of nervousness, things of that nature. I think you really believe, and I believe it too, that you are the best dude at 140. You don't think anybody's touching. So let me tell you this. I know you got Kiryl Relikh next. That's going to be your first opportunity at a world title, right? He's a WBA super champion. So say you beat Kiryl Relikh, who has given Francis Barthélemy, who was an excellent fighter at 135 pounds, right? Gave him trouble twice. You beat Kiryl Relikh, and you got that bad motherfucker from Scotland, man. What do you think about Josh Taylor?
Well, first off, he is a bad motherfucker. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely a bad motherfucker. But he got to get past Ivan Baranchyk first, and I got to get past Relikh first. So me, I never look forward. I always take one fight at a time. But to talk about Josh Taylor's a badass dude. I'm not gonna lie, he's a bad motherfucker. And I feel like that'll be a it depends on what fight I fight. But I do feel like I'll come out on top, basically. If I fight either one of them, if I fight all three of them, Relikh, Baranchyk, or Josh Taylor, because that's a possibility, after Relikh, it could be Baranchyk or Taylor, but, I feel like he got to get past Baranchyk first, because I could see him beating him. I'm not sure, but I could see Baranchyk actually beating Josh Taylor, but because styles make fights, and Baranchyk will come forward, he'll swing wild as shit, but he's going to get hit with some shit too, so it depends on whose will is a little stronger. But yeah, I mean, Josh Taylor, he a badass dude. He can fight his ass off, So we gonna see. We gonna see what's gonna happen. But right now, I gotta take care of, Relikh before anything.
Absolutely, and that's the answer I expected to get. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats will be like, yeah, I'm looking at Josh Taylor right now. That's the right answer, man. Because Kiryl Relikh, like I said, and that's why I threw in there. He gave Francis Barthélemy trouble twice. You know what I'm saying? Because that's definitely somebody you don't want to look past. I think he lost to what's the guy's name? Ricky Burns. You know what I'm saying? But since the Ricky Burns loss, he has developed into a pretty decent fighter. You know what I'm saying? And he has that WBA belt. He didn't get that for no reason. So that's definitely somebody not to look beyond. So for your training camp against Relikh, I got two more, man. I'll throw it back to my man Bo. For your training camp against Relikh, is everything going well? Do you have anybody that you would like to talk about that you have as a sparring partner that kind of emulates his style, or you just kind of winging it?
I mean, right now training camp ain't started. I'm back in the gym, but there's no training camp right now because we don't have a date. So once we get a date, then then we'll find out. Usually my camp is 8 weeks long, so once we get a date, at least 8 weeks out, then we'll start training camp. But right now, training camp hasn't started yet. So I'm not even, I'm sparring just with my friends and stuff at the gym just to, stay a little sharp and stuff. But it's no, it's not getting ready for Relikh right now, basically. I'm just staying in the gym, working on a few things and, just staying in shape. That's the main thing I'm doing right now, just trying to stay in shape. That's all. So, yeah.
No doubt. I kind of figured you might be getting ready for him because typically, the WBSS is a different format where you already know who your opponent is, even if you don't have a date. So I kind of figured y'all might be preparing for him a little bit early. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's cool. So my last one, man, I heard we actually did an article out on it. We watched the interview and we did an article out on it. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I know you don't like to look forward, but I do want you to talk a little bit about this. Errol Spence. You lost to him twice in the amateurs, right? Or is it? I can't remember.
No, that's right. That's true. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
So you lost him twice in the amateurs. Is that something that you expect, or let me say this: is that some get back, some revenge that you expect, or that you might want as a professional, maybe moving up to 147 and battling him?
I mean, well, when people ask me that, they just it wasn't like I called out error or nothing like that. They said, would you go to 147 one day? Of course, eventually. Would you fight Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford? Of course, eventually. That's my answer to that. Yeah, Errol beat me twice in the amateurs. The first fight was real close. But yeah, if I go up to 147 and he's still up, then yeah, I definitely would want to fight him one day. Eventually. But as far as me, I'm not even looking at 147 right now. I'm still worried about 140. I still feel like I like to prove at 140, basically. I'm still number one and all that, but to me, I have a lot to prove. I still want to do the thing, and I want to fight Crawford too. But I respect him because of what he did at 140.
Yeah.
He took all the belts at 140, and maybe I want to do the same thing if the opportunity presents itself, and I don't have to stay around too long at that weight. Then I would probably want to do the same thing. And then I'll worry about 147. But for me right now, I feel like I still gotta take over 140. I still, in my mind, I know a lot of people say I'm number one and stuff like that, but in my mind, I really haven't proved what I want to prove yet at 140. So I'm not even really worried about 147 right now. It's just, of course, if it's a fight that's gonna happen one day, yeah, I would want to fight him. Especially because he beat me twice in the amateurs. So I would want to avenge those losses. But like I said, that's we talking years down the line. That's years and years down the line right now. I don't think there's no time soon that I'll even go to 147. At least not in the next probably 2 years or something like that. And then I'll get in the welterweight division and try to start making noise in the welterweight division. But yeah, right now I'm sticking to 140.
That's what's up, and man, I really believe that you'll probably be the next undisputed champion there. The only way that you don't get it, in my opinion, is if Jose Ramirez don't fight you or some politics with the belt or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, these dudes, they got their belts, and the thing is, people don't realize, it's business moves at the same time. Once I knocked Ndango ass out in 2 rounds, and then the next week, Ramirez fought. He fought? What's his name? Amman for the vacant WC crown. I went up to him. I said, I'm next. And Bob, he's a legendary promoter, and he said, let the fight build. Of course, I was a little mad, but now it's a good thing. Let Jose. They gonna milk that belt. Let him keep fighting whoever he's gonna fight. Make his money and stuff like that, and then eventually, we'll have a major fight one day. It's always better to do it that way. Of course, I was mad and stuff like that. But if this tournament was, it was a big thing for me. So I'm glad this tournament happened. I'm glad I entered into the tournament. But of course, if not, then I would have had to just fight Ramirez. I would have had to fight him, for way less money. But me and him would have had to fight. Then I would have been the champion. But I'm glad it worked out like this. And now, if we fight, he'll get paid a lot. I'll get paid a lot. Even me and Maurice Hooker fight, he'll get paid a lot. I'll get paid a lot. But just one thing, y'all better know, I will always come out the victor, no matter who you put in front of me. You talk about Josh Taylor, we talk about Maurice Hooker, we talk about Jose Ramirez, whoever else, or any champion. If you put them in front of me, I'm going to beat them. All 3 of those dudes, I'm going to win. So, but at least let them get paid.
Well, look, my thing is this, and we've interviewed a lot of people, and I'm honest, and I don't care who it is. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. I think you beat the hell out of Maurice Hooker. I think Jose Ramirez is gonna be some trouble, but I think you beat him. Josh Taylor is gonna be your biggest threat. That's your biggest threat. And if y'all make it to the finals, hey, you'll get him out of the picture early if you beat him. You know what I'm saying? In the WBSS. After Josh Taylor, it's not that much of a threat after that. So you're getting your biggest threat out the way first, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I look at it too. And I wanna fight Josh Taylor. Of course, I'm cool with Ivan Marenchek. I want him to win, but I want to fight Josh Taylor because he is so good. Basically, I feel like I want to prove. I'm in this sport to prove I'm the best. Basically, I want to fight good fighters. I don't want to go in there, like some of these fighters and stuff like that, and they, these champions, and they fighting. They fighting like nobodies and all that. People don't know who the hell he is and stuff. People getting them dudes from wherever the backwoods or Arkansas or something like that. No, bro, I want to fight, I want to fight good fighters. That's just what I want to do. I want to fight good fighters and prove I'm the best, basically. So, and that's why, I'm looking, I'm not gonna say I'm looking forward to Josh Taylor, of course, but I'm looking forward to just fighting the best. So, Kiryl Relikh, he has a belt. He's considered one of the best to me. He's definitely top, I think, if I'm not mistaken, top 5 in the world.
Absolutely.
And, get him, Relikh. Relikh, I think he's top 5 in the world right now in either everything, ESPN, The Ring, and, BoxRec. So, that's what's next.
That's what's up, man. You got that fighter's mentality, and that's what we at threekingsboxing.com, man, that's what we respect the most when these fighters are talking about, they'll fight anybody. They just want the best out there to prove themselves, legacy first. That's what we support, family. That's what's up. All right, Bo. My bad, man. I didn't mean to take up the time.
Yeah, about to say it's all good, man. I talk to Regis more times than you can know, man. We be hitting each other up. I got here's something I think a lot of people don't. I want people to find out. How do they determine where these fights going to take place in the WBSS? Because your last fight was in New Orleans. The fight previous to that was in New Orleans. So how do they determine? Is it because of how you're ranked in the bracket, or how do they figure that out?
I don't think it's that. I just think wherever they got a bigger fan base, basically. So, Terry Flanagan, of course, I don't think he had that big of a fan base in UK. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I had a little bigger one in New Orleans, so that's why he brought it to New Orleans. The fight before that brought it to New Orleans, and really, I think they might bring it back to New Orleans this time. Just because of course, my fan base and stuff like that in New Orleans. So. But it's definitely nothing is set in stone yet. It's just, it's all speculation right now. But yeah, it's just about, I guess, it's about, pushing. And right now they want to push the app too. They want to push the zone real hard also. So, so I just think that it's just about, where the most people show up, which is a smart thing. Always a smart thing to do is, where the fans at, where the person's fans at, and, and then they agree on that, I guess.
And and that goes more to my man's point about how popular this WBSS tournament is, because you guys are getting your recognition, like you said, man, because people are talking about it. Like, they want to know, when the next fight going to take place and when it's going to go down. Mm-hmm. Man, when you look at this division and you win this WBSS tournament, okay, and I know you don't like to look forward, but let's say you win the WBSS tournament and you become undisputed, man. What is it that's going to keep driving Regis Prograis to be hungry?
I like everybody always asks me, bro, I love the sport, to be honest. Like, I just love the sport. I don't want to lose. Like, that's my main thing. I don't want to lose. I'm not a loser, so I don't want to lose. That's my main thing. I love it. Like, the other day, I think it was yesterday or something like that, I saw Maurice Hooker saying some shit. He called me out, like, after that, I went out because in my yard, I got, like, heavy bags and stuff. Like, after that, I went hit my heavy bag. Like, I don't want to lose. And I'm not in training camp for him. I'm not going to fight him no time soon. But I just got mad at that, like, that you even fucking called my name. You know what I mean? Don't even say my name like that. I'm levels above you. Don't fucking say that, basically. You know what I mean? So, like, it's just, yeah, I'm just a competitor, and I don't want to lose. I feel like, I don't think I'll feel like this, after if I ever do take a loss, but I feel like if I take a loss, I probably retire. I don't know. It's just I'm just so competitive, basically. I want to fight the best, and I don't want to lose. I don't care who it is. I don't care if I'm fighting, Ray Leonard or Floyd Mayweather. Like, I feel like I'm going to win all the time, and that's what you have to have that mentality. Same thing. If you look at Ray Leonard on how his mentality was, like, he didn't matter who he fought. He always felt like he was going to win, and that's the same thing. You got to have the most belief in yourself out of everybody else. You got to just really believe in yourself. So that's what I got. And I'm just competitive. I'm from New Orleans, and we compete in everything. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's just how I am. I'm just a super, super, super competitor, and I don't want to lose at nothing. That's why I feel like if I lose, I don't know, but I don't even think about that.
Hey, Regis, if that shit piss you off that much, man, look, I'm out here in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I can arrange a little backyard. I give y'all $20 each.
$20? Oh no, I don't know if you know, but we both in the 7 figures now, so $20. $20 ain't do much for me now.
Let's still put some gas.
We both in the 7 figures. He just got his 7 figures. I'm getting my 7 figures. So Yeah, we can't do that, you know. But if I mean, you know what? If I see him, I think everything will be all good. It depends on. I don't. For me, I don't beef with no fighters or nothing like that, you know, because at the end of the day, it's a sport. Because I don't believe in the beef stuff. Because I don't take that lightly. Like when it comes to that type of stuff, I don't play, you know. And when I really saw that stuff is fake is when, like, I had so many hate stuff from Jose Ramirez and people in Fresno. I had so much of that stuff in Fresno or whatever. And then, man, when I got there, all them same people, I saw some of the actual people, because I looked on Instagram that was saying all kinds of shit about me. And I looked these people in their face, and these people smiled, and they were so welcoming to me. And it was just like I was back home in New Orleans. You know, they was all friendly. They was all, like, real cool with me and stuff like that. So, for me, like, this boxing shit ain't no real beef, you know, because it's just, you know, it's fans, you know, they fans, and, you know, they gonna say one thing, but at the end of the day, they still respect you, still a fighter. They not about to front up to you and play with you and all that type of stuff, you know. So at the end of the day, I know it's a sport, and you're supposed to believe in yourself. You're supposed to believe that you can beat another fighter, you know.
Absolutely.
But just tell them you in Dallas. If you go to the gym, you in Dallas. Tell them that motherfucker's at a different level.
You already know, bro.
Tell him he ain't no joke, bro. Like he and I go out there and I hurt my opponent. Every fight I ever been in, I dropped my opponent. All 23 of them, they hit the canvas.
Yeah.
All of them. Every 23 of them, you know, all of them. And 19 of them didn't make it out. They ain't make it out the fight. So just let them know, you know. Just let them know, bro. Like, I'm not no fucking joke. When I come, you know, I can smile and all that shit. But when I get in that ring, I turn into a fucking animal. I turn into a monster. So, you know, it ain't no, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it ain't no joke. I mean, I think he feel the same way, but you know, my track record speak a little higher. That's all.
Bro, he already knows.
Yeah, he knows, man. He knows, man. Hey, Regis, let me ask you this question, man. We gonna turn it here. I've watched you train, like you said, man. You've been talking. I've watched you train and all that, man. When you're training, you are exceptionally focused. Like, I mean, focused like you don't see most cats when they training, and you don't do this new wave training. You train like cats from the old school, man. How do you think that benefits you and helps you when you're going into a fight, no matter who your opponent is? Because you seem to be able to box and hurt guys. You seem to be able to get inside and hurt guys. You seem to be able to jump on them and hurt dudes. When they say you can't do something, not only do you do it, but you seem to be able to do it, hurt them, and not break much of a sweat. You know, like your curl don't go away in your hair, man. And I'm jealous because I'm bald-headed.
Yeah. You know that, I mean, for me, the old school way is always the best way. You know, all my idols come from the old school. You know what I mean? You talk about Durant, Henry Armstrong, Ray Robinson, and Joe Louis and stuff, and, you know, even Ali. They all come from the old school. You know, those men were different. They was different. You know, and I just want to be like them so bad. I train old school way, and that was the best way. They got all this new stuff these days. You know, the fighters doing all this, the fancy Floyd Mayweather pad work. To me, that shit don't work. You know, it worked for one fighter. Yeah, that shit don't work at all. It looked pretty and all that, but to be honest, you can teach. I when I was working at LA Fitness, I had a partner. He was a trainer there, and he taught somebody grandmother to that shit. You know what I mean? So it's not hard. Like, people do all that shit and think it's hard. Like, bro, that shit is not hard to do. You know, you can teach your grandma to do that type of shit, you know, like, but you can't teach a grandma to do what the fuck I do. I guarantee you that. But, you know, it's just, but it's just, I mean, I just love the old school, you know, type of way. Them men was different type of men, you know, they was just all different type of men. And, you know, I just want to be like them. And, you know, when I get in the gym, I was just telling, you know, this little chick earlier, you know, when I get in the, she was talking, you know, coming to the gym and stuff. And I was like, at first I like, nah, but I'm be looking at you like, I was like, nah, you know, because me, when I'm in the gym, I'm focused. Like, I don't see nothing else. You can have the baddest chick in the gym or, you know, whoever could be in the gym. When I'm in the gym, I'm focused on that. You know what I mean? So I'm just, you know, really, really, really focused. And that, I mean, that's just how I am when I'm in the gym. I don't bullshit. When I get in the gym, I don't bullshit. Like, this is what I really do, you know? So that's, you know, that's how I am with it.
Okay. Now, and this last one going to take it away from boxing just a little bit. I was, you know, following you. You was in Brazil, And your demeanor, you always have this calm demeanor about you. Even when you was being interviewed for the first time speaking Portuguese, and I think that was, you didn't stumble through it, but you seemed always to be calm, man. What is it that you do to maintain it? Because you just always like my man 2K said, even when you fall, you knock your dude down. Like, okay. And even, it seems like no matter what you do, dog, you always seem to have this calm mentality about you, man. What is it, or what is it that you have come to in your mind mentally where nothing, you don't let nothing kick you out of your character?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something I was born with, to be honest. Even my daddy and them said it. Like, since I was a child, like, I've been like this since I was young. I played sports and I was always calm. I did karate and football and basketball, and I was always just real calm. Nobody can never really get me out of my zone. So I really think that it's just something that I'm just born with. It's something that I'm born with. That's all. I'm just real calm, and nothing can just get me out of my zone. Basically, I'm always gonna be in my zone. I'm always gonna be calm, and that's just me. That's just how I was born.
All right. Well, I was glad to hear when Hooker said your name. I was glad to hear you say how that made you mad, because I ain't gonna lie, man. I saw you, with the video, with the new house in Brazil and vacation. I said, oh, man, Regis and got complacent on me, man. So I was glad to hear you get upset like that.
You know what? You when you start making money, you gotta enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, you
That's
gotta
right.
enjoy it. But at the same time, I always train hard all the time, like no matter what. The thing is, I learned from Floyd. It's the stuff on the internet is, you might see 1 minute of something, but that's all you see. You think that's how the person really living if you see 1 minute of something. And Floyd did it perfectly. When he looked at, and it's all marketing. It's smart. It's smart moves. It's all marketing. Floyd did it so good. On the 24/7s, he was a part of that. He was a part of that whole series, so he had ownership. So they recorded him, playing around in the club and doing all that stuff. And he probably did that for a couple of minutes, but then he busted his ass in the gym the rest of the day. Meanwhile, they showed the other fighter, whoever else he was fighting, they showed them just working hard. So it's all media manipulation, and that's, and that's just what it is, Like I can be training for, I can be training for 3-4 hours a day, and then I can go get on my dirt bike when I'm done training for 20 minutes. I'll record that, and I'm not gonna show you training, because I do that every day anyway. I don't need to show that. Most of the time I don't need to show me training, because that's literally something I do every day. I wake up, I go to the gym every day. And then after that, I'll go play around and stuff. So I'll show people, in my Jeep or something like that, or in my dirt bike, or playing around doing something else, for another 20, 30 minutes or whatever. And that's what people would think, that, oh, he doing that all day. He not training, but it's all media manipulation. That's all it is.
Yeah, you know what? You said something that I totally agree with you on. You said that you don't do the whole the internet beefing thing and things of that. Now, a lot of fighters use it as a way to try to sell and promote a fight. But I think if you are somebody who's a competitor, or somebody like you said, who just have that in them. Listen, man, I'm a competitor. I don't play them kind of games and things of that nature. I think a lot of guys have problems or might take it too seriously with stuff like that, man. Do you think that social media helps or hurts boxing to a certain degree when it comes to how these guys try to promote their fights?
I think it's both. It depends on the situation. I really think it's both of them. I think it goes hand to hand. Some people might take it a little too far or whatever. That's why I said, first I just don't got time. If you a fighter and you got time to fucking sit on the damn internet all day long, I don't know. You don't need to be doing it. Do something else with your time, basically. I don't got time for that, to be reading all them comments and all these messages and stuff from people and all that stuff. I don't got time for it. And then the stuff that I do see, it don't matter. You know what I mean? Like, for me, people can say what they want about me. It don't matter. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm 23-0 with 19. I got ranked number 1 in the world, and I'm not scared of a damn person in this world. And line them up. For me, line them up, and I'm gonna knock the bitches down. You know what I mean? So, for me, it just I don't know about that stuff. And then I know it's fake. Like I said, when I went to Fresno, these people showed me love. Fresno is supposed to be a town. I'm thinking, like, I'm about to get into some shit in Fresno. I'm thinking, like, we about to really me, my trainer, my manager, I'm thinking we about to really scuffle with these dudes out here. And we got there, and, man, they showed me so much love. Rick Meridian, that's Jose Ramirez's manager. Man, me and him go back and forth all the time on social media and talk so much shit to me. And you would think this motherfucker gonna try to fight me. Man, this dude got me. I'm sitting in front of Ramirez's daddy. I'm sitting in the front row. He got the tickets for me. We sitting front row at the fight with all his people. I don't know if he did it on purpose or what, but even though all these people, they all showed me love and stuff like that. They all showed me big time love or whatever, you know, like they were just, and none of them told me that Ramirez would beat me. None of them. They all say it's gonna be a good fight, and I said I'm gonna beat him. You know what? It probably will be a good fight, but I will beat him. And all of them, none of them told me, oh, Ramirez gonna beat you. They all say it'll be a good fight. So they already know what type of day it is too. They know I'm serious with this type of shit, you know. So yeah, I mean, social media, that's, you know, for me, that's all. It's social media. Leave social media at social media. This shit not real. It's social media.
I'm so glad he said that, Bo, man.
You don't know.
I ain't gonna say no names, man, but there's a little motherfucking junior lightweight. He stay on social media all night, bro. I'm getting messages and shit from people telling me about him at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you know, if they stay on that shit long enough, eventually they're gonna start fucking losing.
Yeah,
stay on that shit long enough.
Absolutely.
All right, last but not least, Wilder versus Fury, man. Who you got?
Man, I got Wilder, man. Look, we need to go. We need to stick with our Americans. We need to stick with our Americans. We American. We need to stick with our fucking Americans.
Man,
I got Wilder, and
break the fight down, man. We ain't doing all that.
Man, look. I'll break the fight down. Wilder gonna beat him, man. Wilder is a fucking Wilder is a serious ass dude, dog. Look. Wilder got, 39, 40 fights? He knocked out everybody he fought.
Yeah.
Every fucking body he fought, he knocked them out. Literally everybody. It's one man went the distance. He came back and knocked his ass silly in the first round. Like, man, that dude is so, I mean, people can say what they want. That dude is fucking something serious, dog. Like that, in 6'8" with power like that, man, he can be wild. Believe me, he's wild. He's a wild fighter. Technique goes out the window. But if you never been in the ring, and that motherfucker hit you with 10-ounce gloves on, that big, man, look, that's why he's sitting them bitches down. He's sitting these fucking dudes down, dog, and he's something serious. And I think it's his mindset. You know, a lot of people don't look at the person's mindset. You know, I think his mindset, he wants to go out there and he wants to hurt his opponents. He wants to, you know, he talking about getting bodies and shit. That might be a little too far. But he talk about beating the hell out of people. And that's what he do. Every time he just physically get more gifted than everybody. It seemed like he worked hard and he got that savage mentality. He got the savage mindset. So I think he the best heavyweight in the world. I know they got Andy Joshua out there. I still go Wilder, you know. But at the same time, I think Fury's a big dude. He can take punches, and you know he got an awkward ass style. I think it'll give him a little bit trouble and stuff like that at first, but he gonna land. I think he's gonna land, and once he lands, I think he's gonna hurt him. You know, so but I don't think it's gonna be. I definitely don't think it's gonna be an easy fight for him. And I don't know if he can really knock Fury out. I don't know that because Fury is so fucking big too. He a real big ass dude too. So maybe he can take that punishment and shit. But I got Wilder, man. I really can't see nobody beating this dude right now just because of his mindset. He a real serious dude. Athletically, he's more gifted than everybody else. Also, you know, the fucking right hand is like lightning. So, yeah, man, I got Wilder.
Yeah, I can attest to what he's saying about the power. Bo, you can too. We've all been in the ring. You know, me and Bo were amateur fighters, and even out here, man. But there's a guy out here. I don't know if you know who he is, Regis. This guy named Samuel Clarkson. He's a professional. He lost to Dimitri.
Yeah, man, I'm cool with Sam. You know, I'm cool with Sam. Sam came up in the amateur together.
Okay.
Well, you know, Sam got that power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
He has that power. But the thing is, being able to transfer that shit from, you know, sparring and the amateurs into the professional ranks, it's a big difference.
Yes.
And Deontay Wilder has been able to do that in all aspects of boxing. As an amateur, in the gym just sparring, and then now in the professional ranks, and even at the elite level, he's been able to transfer that power. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's with the help of Mark Breland, helping him with his technique on how to shoot the right hand. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can attest to that shit, man. There's not too many people out there that hit that fucking hard and can transfer that shit.
That's right.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what's up, man. Well, look, man, I just want to say one thing before we go. Like my man 2K said, we was amateur fighters. But let me tell y'all, I'm 50. But in my heyday, couldn't none of y'all beat me. You know, that's the mentality of a fighter.
That's how you feel? Yeah. You know what? Man,
I don't live in I don't live in Dallas, Regis.
Huh?
I said I don't live in Dallas now. Don't be inviting me no place, man.
Oh, all right. I got you.
Yeah, I hear it in your voice. See that 2K? He was about to tell me where to go.
It's all right. I said, don't worry. I don't pick on 50-year-olds. It's cool.
Yeah, exactly. We got time for that, bro.
I hear y'all, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Regis, man, I want to thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for being here. 2K, you got anything for the champ?
Hey, man, good luck with your next fight against Kiryl Relikh. We're definitely pulling for you. And hopefully, man, you know, you can get everything that you're all your goals that you're hoping to achieve, man. Hopefully they come forward for you, brother. You good, man.
All right, man. Thank
you. And not if, but when you win that belt, dog, I got to get you on because I got to talk to you because I know you're gonna be on a high.
Yeah, of course.
That's right. I'm gonna holler at you so we can be on the high. Hey, man, thanks for joining us, man. Like my man said, same sentiments. Man, it's always a pleasure talking to you. You always bring the real. You have the fighter's mentality, and that's what we love about you, man. Real. That's what we are. That's what we do. 3 Kings Boxing. We about that real, man. So, Regis, man, I want to thank you, man. You have a good night. 2K, Prodigy Boxing, thanks for joining us. And again, go to 3kingsboxing.com for all the latest and greatest and what's going on in the sport of boxing, including articles about Regis Prograis. CP Freshmart did win. He beat Brian Rojas again. So be on the lookout for everything. Usyk, the article about Usyk is up. Eric Estrada. Eric Estrada. That's Chips. You see how old I am?
Juan Francisco Estrada.
Yeah, Juan Francisco Estrada is going to be on the HBO card, replacing Roman Gonzalez. So check all that out. My man Regis, and for my man 2K Prodigy, we are out.